She was sort of an optimist, kind-hearted, repressed, temperamental, fun-loving person who loved animals and believed in God, but was, always had the wolf nipping at her heels. Wanted, everything that every girl wants in life: the picket fence, the beautiful home, the 2.5 kids and a dog, and the great doctor husband. And didn't see why she couldn't get that. But there was I always saw her as having this fear that she was never going to get it. I mean, that was the sadness of those characters to me, which was never played on the show, but it was there. That, what if it never happens? What if that never happens? Then where are we? And that was sort of my life too. I mean, I could really, really touch base with that character, with that part of her character. And, well, that was sort of the full spectrum of her character. And but she was not without great pathos and compassion, and but she was nuts also, like the rest of us in life. She had all those things. Very human, kind of everyman. Both those characters, all the characters on the show, whether you believe it or not, there were many levels to all the characters on the show.
How did she change from the Happy Days Shirley to the Laverne and Shirley Shirley?
Oh, well, we all had to. I mean, Penny and I both had to, because we were, like I said, gum chewing, cigarette smoking, whiskey drinking, whatever, fleet dating gals. And they couldn't have that at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night. So we became mellowed down, and they just sort of wove that into double entendres and they brought us down, but in doing so, I think they made the show a lot fuller, because there were so many different dimensions to that suppression of that part of our characters, that we did want to really date Fonzie and Richie and Carmine, and and that but we couldn't speak it. But that really helped the show in the end, that we weren't allowed to say whatever, and so we had to say Vodeo-Do instead, and we weren't allowed. Sometimes we do this thing, Penny and I would call Chinese, talking Chinese, and we go, well, you know what I'm talking about, and we just say things under our breath that nobody could understand, but it would be a comment on something that, could be risque or not, and she was always the one, they made her be the one that was the outgoing kind of, right out there in your face, God, I'd like to make out with him, and me be the one pulling her, reining her in, but at the same time going, me too. And that was the fun of it, and we let the audience fill in all that, the Date in the Fleet stuff.